r/Redpillwomen is... This Reddit user described here exactly what I wanted to say. Half the posters on Redpillwomen are jittery teenagers who've had that unfortunate experience of consuming Redpill content and now are anxious about being pre-post-wall hags. Guys, I'm 21 and unmarried. Is it over for me? Took the red pill years ago and reinvented myself to be a feminine, submissive woman, but now I'm 30 and still single. I rest my case. Are you happy now, red pill men? Are you happy?
Are you happy? It's your wish to be married now, am I right? Are you happy?
r/Redpillwomen. It's kind of an interesting subreddit. I think basically it's a circle of young, underdeveloped, neurotic, and overthinking girls who are still looking for an identity and they have to stick it to a romantic partner to give it to them. How do I know? Well, because I used to be that same girl. Now I'm older, calmer, more self-realized, and a much happier person. And you know who else would be a much happier person for it? My future husband. Here, let's take a walk. r/Redpillwomen. Redpillwomen is for women to discuss sexual strategy. Content must serve to help women. Deviations from this are off topic. All theories and conversations spring from a traditional evolutionary psychology or anti-feminist foundation. We focus on long-term relationships, marriage, and building families. There's no one true way to approach red pill women. The discussion is open to all women wanting to improve themselves and their relationships. Okay, so r/female dating strategy, but more trad. How do you feel comfortable being intimate and getting naked with men when you are over 30? Or when you are post-wall? Is this rage bait? Are you happy now, Red Pill?
Are you happy?
Well, first off, 30 isn't old. Second of all, 30 isn't unattractive. Third of all, 30 is the perfect time to get out of your shell and meet people that you are compatible with you and your personality type, especially now that you likely know yourself better. I swear to God, this is such an American thing to be so obsessed with looks to this extent. Oh God, it's one of those posts again. Do men still want to have sex with you even when you're over 30? TMI, but I'm 23. My 23-year-old self is in this picture and I hate it. I understand it's a primal urge to find your other half and look pretty for them and feel appreciated. I get it. But for God's sakes, lady, stop asking what guys want. Because, guys want different things. And ask yourself instead, who are you? Because you're more than your looks. You're your personality, your hobbies, your quirks. Be content with yourself first. And then once you do, you'll find somebody at a young enough age that you'll actually like, okay? Not somebody that makes you feel insecure about someone that'll cheat on you for the next younger, hotter thing. I know I want to talk, but you're like 23. You're still developing. Let's see, what did I do at 23? I was a wage in retail. Had a chance to let him lead. One of our vehicles broke down last week. We know it has to do with the transmission, but not if it's a minor issue or a major, very expensive one. Anyways, he had it towed to the shop on Wednesday morning, and Friday said they hadn't even done the diagnostic. Now they say they should be able to get it sometime next week. So what you're describing is called an allocation of responsibilities. And as it happens, a lot of men veer more towards handiwork and dealing with mechanical stuff. And if OP doesn't know the first thing about cars, maybe she should shut up. That said, what does any of that have to do with leading? Do I need to be more submissive to make my husband happier? I feel he doesn't respect me and barely communicates what he wants. He just wants me to do things for him, no questions asked. Our problem the last couple months is his communication style when asking me to do things. It is so short and quick, no questions asked kind of attitude, and it instantly makes me feel disrespected, as if I am one of his employees to boss around. He says that I'm combative every time he asks me to do something, where I don't believe I am. I'm simply stating my opinion or raising a concern over why that's not the best idea or just want to talk things over. But he doesn't have time to talk about things that he just wants me to say yes whether I agree with it or not. I know I'm a good wife, I make him dinner almost every night, care for our baby, making our house a home, do his laundry, etc. So why can't I always just have a voice when he asks things of me? I know that I need to work on myself like any human being, and I will say I never had a strong mother presence in my life to show me homemaking things, so I've already come a long way in this journey of being traditional for him. TLDR, chick who goes along with what her husband says, takes on checklist for the submissive wife, chick has her opinions dismissed.
Groundbreaking.
Do I need to be quiet and do as I'm told? Well, do you have a personality? Do you have a spine? Do you have a brain? Common trend I'm seeing in the sub is that, maybe being more agreeable and following orders like a yes man will make him listen to me. If you want to be heard, make sure you find someone who is willing to take your ideas into consideration. Everybody should know how to communicate with each other. It's called marriage, you guys. This is not a modern concept. Now, let me provide some middle ground, because obviously, I think both parties have a responsibility to keep up in their end of the bargain. So, over here we see husband, communication style, short, brisk, get things done type of guy. The wifey is, her communication is cost-benefit analysis. So come bedtime, I think she could say, "Hey hubby, you know how I usually agree with you on everything? Well, here's the thing. You're the leader of all the financial sources, but I'm the leader of the house. So can you give me the benefit of the doubt when I run the household? Otherwise, I don't feel like I'm heard. I don't want to fight. Okay?" Trying to take the red pill. In my past relationships, I've always led and worn the pants. I've always been the decision maker and the person in charge. In my current relationship, my partner is very dominant and we tend to have power struggles often. We've been together for 6 years and have a daughter who's almost 2. We are very passionate, but this leads to passionate fights for dominance as well. I'm having trouble being submissive to him. We're getting married November 1st and I want to be the good submissive wife who takes the red pill, but it's so hard. I feel justified in all my actions and victimize myself often. I'm in therapy and I'm trying to work through this need for control. Ah yes, the two genders. Leader and submissive. I think OP and her hubs have clashing personalities, and there needs to be some kind of a long discussion about this. See, like, hubby can present his reasons for doing XYZ, and then wifey presents her reasons for doing XYZ. Both show each other their cards, see which one makes more sense. Boom, no power struggles intended. For example, today I took my daughter to a park before my partner woke up, and when he saw the pictures I posted, he got upset for me not inviting him. I understand his feelings and frustration. I should have told him or asked permission to leave. You have to ask permission? Am I being punked? That's it. That's it. That's it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now a feminist. How to forgive my husband for cheating for like the 5th, 6th time. Oh god. Oh lady, if only you were more submissive. Then he wouldn't be cheating on you for like more times than you can count. My face when the commenters make more sense than the OP. He's one of those men who wants to have his cake and eat it too. Some men are just not capable of being monogamous and he's one of them. Don't rush anything, take some time and decide what you want to do with that information. How do you learn to flirt? Starting from square one. You don't. You just do. Fine. Let me be generous and say, watch a Marilyn Monroe movie. Watch your girlfriends interact with boys. You do the Marilyn Monroe doe eyes. What you looking at? Oh, nothing. Just at you. It's like, okay. It's like my generation has zero clue how to just interact with men and just let things happen, you know? I have limited dating experience and even I feel like I got more of my shit together than they do. Working it out with an ex-boyfriend? Recently I found Redpillwomen, in particular the submissive strategy post, and I realized that I went wrong in every way possible. I was not submissive. Oh, my sinuses. I nagged a lot. I was very much alpha female, my way or the highway. I grew up watching my mom do this, so I feel like part of it is rooted in me, but I'm trying to stop doing it. As a result of my behavior, we broke up. I have realized the errors of my way, and I realized that this man was a good captain, or whatever you red pill women call it. And I told him that I wanted to work it out, and he said that he was open to slowly working it out. Here's the problem. We are very long distance, few hours away, and I already feel myself wanting to control the dynamic of things. I already told him that what I want from him, such as weekly FaceTime dates, etc., and I'm starting to get back to my desire to control things. The good thing is that I'm not attracted to the outcome, and that if we don't get back together after trying, then that's fine. But how do you learn to relinquish control? Okay, I'm gonna be a little revisionist and say, maybe red pill is good for some insecure control freaks out there to relinquish their sense of uncertainty and just calm down a little. But Jesus, is there no middle ground with you people? Because here's a hot take. While there are some relationships that do benefit from either one party or the other being domineering, a lot of relationships are not like that. They will thrive not from gauging who's the more submissive or who's the more dominant. Rather, it's competing over who can invest, who can sacrifice to each other the most. Oh, this one is interesting. Struggling to remain submissive. Advice needed. I've been with my boyfriend for a year long distance the entire time. He's sweet, smart, Christian, and serious about me. Checks all my boxes and wants a traditional relationship, but in this situation, I struggle to submit. He has this friend whom I dislike. She's morally lax and not a girl's girl, so to speak. She enjoys male attention and she doesn't... After we began dating, I expressed my feelings about her to him and my boundaries surrounding their friendship. They can be summed up as, you may only see her in group settings, I have to know about it, and do not contact her otherwise. This has worked out well, he's respectful, and we have not had issues with it. Except that I get extremely upset when she is around. I trust him completely, but I do not like him being around someone who has known him like I know him. It makes me sick. How can I just submit and not be so insecure? Is this why the non-binary movement is a thing? If this is the essence of girlhood, I want none of it. I like the response here. You've got to just shut up about it. You can be bothered, you can tell your feelings and vent via journaling, a friend, a blog, or vague, angsty, artsy Instagram photos, but you have to stop mentioning it to him. You agreed to the boundaries and rules under which he could see her. He's respecting these. If you weren't actually up for them, then that's on you. If you want this relationship to work and she isn't going anywhere, you have to let this go. Lady, what you're feeling is called jealousy. Stop dragging your man into all of your insecurities. I want women to be women again. Well, congratulations. This is the essence of femininity. How to overcome attraction to physical appearance. I'm turning 30 this year. I've had 2 relationships so far. The first one lasted 5 years, and I asked him out because I thought he was good looking and smart, but mostly for the looks. I was young and dumb. My second relationship lasted less than a year. He's a great guy, so great that I kind of hate myself for not being attracted to him, and it felt wrong to continue the relationship when I couldn't love him the way he loved me. I asked myself why I wasn't attracted to him, and I think the biggest reason was just I didn't find his physical appearance attractive enough. What made me realize how shallow I am is his colleague at work. Look-wise, he's my type to a T, and I secretly resent myself for this because I don't know him well enough to want to be attracted to him. I guess I just don't want to admit that I'm shallow. Oh, I see the red pill guys got to you.
Stop settling for Chad. Settle with the average man.
Well, to be attracted to beauty is your birthright. Alright? If men can demand a beautiful woman, then I don't see why the same standard can't be applied to women as well. Especially if you are beautiful. Now, whether you'll be successful is another matter. But come on, let's not gatekeep beauty so much. Took the red pill years ago and reinvented myself to be a feminine, submissive woman, but now I'm 30 and still single. Please help me. I've had 2 boyfriends in my life, and I wasn't very impressed or in love with them, so we broke up. I still haven't been able to get a man to call me his girlfriend or introduce me to his family. I'm 30 now. Around 27, I started getting desperate and completely changed my personality, mindset, wardrobe, and even my job. I stopped lifting weights because I didn't want to look like a man. Now I'm 30 and none of the red pill stuff is working for me. How long does it take to find a husband after you take the red pill? Shouldn't it happen soon? How can I compensate for my age? I'm open to dating men with lower status than all of my exes since they likely had a higher SMV than me. Thank you for your advice. No. If you have to call certain men lower status, it means that you don't have a high opinion of yourself or of the men you're dating in the first place. That's not how relationships work. I don't look at my boyfriend and be like,
Well, he's kind of man, kind of and he's kind of boring, and he doesn't have, like, a personality or hobbies. But hey, at least this wanker isn't gonna leave my side.
Besides, you're making men out to be these soulless succubi that only like girls for one thing. How far to submit? My husband prefers me in skirts, dresses, heels around the home, but trousers flats outside, so I oblige him. We're in central London zone, and the weather isn't the most agreeable to showing skin anyway. The question is, should I also be submissive towards males in general? Husband's family only, the males in his family, or only him? Wrong sub! Our Muslim is this way. What to do with this guy? I am 28 female post-wall. Men used to hit on me all the time, stare at me in the street, and when I approached them, their eyes lit up. Now I am never hit on, never stared at, and when I approach men, even when I'm putting my best self forward, they are generally irritated. They don't want to know me further. Okay, this must be a troll from the Red Pill Men's fanfiction account living his revenge on the Foids. I swear to God, this is either an incel troll or somebody with a gripe. I just turned 29. Is it too late for me to find someone and have kids? I haven't been able to find the one. I made the mistake and spent much of my 20s studying and making 6 figures, now which I know guys typically do not care about. What is this? Why are there so many of these types of posts? Lady, I think you got your priorities mismatched. You should have a career to support yourself, not to impress anybody else. Worst case scenario, you're single for so long that then becomes too old for you to have kids. Best case scenario, people still date well into their 30s and their 40s and beyond. It's not too late for you. People are having kids well into their 30s when they're more established. Alright, last one. Thank God. Help! Is my BF on Hinge? Please help me. Yesterday, I was sitting next to my boyfriend of 1 year, and he opened his app store on his phone to download an NFL app. I happened to glance down, and I saw the word Hinge. I am 80% sure it was being advertised to him, and was not appearing in the recent search spot. I'm 80% sure this wasn't his fault. He proceeded to nonchalantly download his app, while I sat next to him silently freaking out. Finally, after 30 seconds in a slight panic, I said, "Why did I see the word Hinge?" He was like, "What are you talking about? Should I be worried? Should I bring it up again and see clarity? What would you do?" I'm worrying that bringing it up again plants the idea where it might not actually exist. Should I let this go or bring it up again? Okay, I'm gonna stop over here and I'm gonna let you guys spill in the comment section what you guys think of this very particular final post here. If you didn't get the memo by now, this isn't meant to critique more traditionally minded relationships, but rather the way red pill circles interpret healthy relationships. Because for a sub centered on relationships and romantic advice, I'm not really so much getting that, as more of girls laying out their insecurities in surrounding superficial aspects like their looks and their age, and they think that is the pinnacle of womanhood. The posters are neurotic, unfeminine, jealous, and controlling and competitive with other women, thus becoming their own self-fulfilling catty female stereotypes. My boyfriend has a hot female friend. Should I be concerned? Or they become a total 180 and advocate being this willfully emotional doormat under the guise of my femininity, right? And me, I'm not a fan of either extremes. Look, I think it's natural for women to gravitate towards femininity, but there's got to be more to dating dynamics besides just looks and
100% feminine energy.
Yeah, keep tacking femininity TM onto it. Maybe you'll get somewhere in the culture war. You can only talk about submission and cloying sweetness so many times until your average friendly viewer goes, "Am I in a clique?" For all these debates online about modern women versus trad women, I'll tell you what hasn't changed. Female nature.